Hi! The sun is out in Cambridge. Let me start by thanking you. I did not expect this, guys. I mean, it was just supposed to be a random Facebook post, and you guys shot it out to 1.6k views. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, guys. Honestly, much love. So consider yourselves as a force, my lovely people. You drove me to this, and so I couldn't be more thankful for this. So as a second subject, I decided to go with something a bit more personal, you know, just so you can get to know me a little bit more. But not too much. So this vlog is going to be about, drumroll please, the beauty and curse of being a third culture kid. And future adult third culture kids. Wait, I am an adult. Technically, legally. Anyway, word definition time. So a third culture kid is a kid that grew up or lived for a considerable amount of time in a country that is different from his or her parents. In my case, I'm the daughter of an Italian and a Beninese that grew up in Beijing, China, and I proudly walk around with proof. So here are the pros and cons of being a TCK. Pro: travel. As a TCK, you get to travel all over the world. Whether it's for leisure or for your parents' work. We may not realize this at the time, but we are so lucky. We got to see so many things, different cultures, different countries. Spend All Saints in Cambodia, spring break in Japan, winter holidays in Australia, Chinese New Year's in Indonesia. We got to see it all. I mean, I only got to see Asia, but I can imagine all the TCKs up in America, they got to see all of South America. Bitches. Con: deep desire of stability. We're constantly on the move, and all this traveling got us wanting one very simple thing: stability. Unfortunately, and I shamefully admit it, we can grow tired of traveling. I know, outrageous, those spoiled little brats, but it's true. I mean, sometimes for a holiday, we just want to stay home and chill. We just sometimes just feel sick of the idea of going to the airport again and going through customs again, and no, just want to stay on the couch for a couple of days and do absolutely nada. Pro: we are constantly exposed to culture that is different from our parents' culture. With that comes tolerance, open-mindedness, is that a word? And curiosity. Major curiosity. We're usually the type of people that will ask you 10 to 15 questions in 10 to 15 minutes. Not because we're trying to snoop, we're just really curious. But I mean, that's also what drives us. We constantly want to know what is going on around us. We constantly want to understand this world that is surrounding us. And as a consequence, we skillfully adapt to the world that is surrounding us. For example, in Beijing, you navigate with cardinal points. Don't know where the north is? Here's a little trick for you non-Beijingers. Picture yourself in a map of Beijing. Beijing can be compared to a square, so you can divide it in 4 equal zones. Now imagine if you would be facing the Forbidden City. Then you're heading north. If you technically have your back to the Forbidden City, then you'll be heading south. Determine the east and west depending on the central axis and whether you're going towards the Forbidden City or walking away from it. You are kindly welcome. You eventually start using local costumes on a daily basis. May I present you the Chinese squat? The Chinese squat is terribly useful. When you're tired of standing, just squat. When you're trying to look for something in your bag, just squat. When you just want to eat, just squat. It's just so simple. Con: the ambiguity of identity. With this massive culture embracing, the hardest question anybody in this world could ask you is, so where are you from? We're not dumb, but what the hell do you mean where I'm from? Do you mean my official nationality? Where I feel I'm from? Where I live? Where I was before seeing you? It's just a very complicated question. Please be more specific. We're sorry. I mean, even when they ask you to fill in your permanent address in a form, it's super hard. But the truth is, we don't really know where we're from. We're not from our host country. I'm definitely not Chinese. We're not really from our parents' countries either because we never lived there. And many times we don't even know the local customs there. Some of us have barely friends there. So the quintessential question would be, where do I belong? This has yet to be answered. We'll talk about it in another 10 years, but not now. Along with this comes this complicated concept of home. Where is home? That's why I did this previously when I said the word home. Home is where the heart is. Bullshit. There's actually a sociological term for this, and it's called cultural homelessness, or CH in short. Bi or multilingualism. Can't believe I got that word right. With the exposure to new cultures comes the exposure to new languages. Third country kids speak from 2 to infinite different languages. I speak English, Francais, Italiano, 中文, and un poquito de español, and Sicilian. Yes, Sicilian is a language, not a dialect. Get it right. Power to the South. Some people classify our accents as international. Still kind of confused on what that means, but basically it sounds like American English, but with a mix of other accents depending on the word that you're saying. I noticed this in the way I say honestly, really, literally. I mean, every word that finishes in "ly" technically. Technically. That also gives us the ability to blend in into any situation. We can be like Jason Bourne, but much better. Oh, and let me tell you how fun it is to trash talk in a language that nobody understands. Try trash talking in Chinese in the tube in London. Awesome! Con, the frustration of not getting a word right. Because it sounds so much better in another language. I mean, then you start mixing up languages, preventing you from completing a normal sentence. Alors tu 一直走, 然后 first one to the left, al semáforo, 右拐. I bet the 3% of you got that. Oh, just rationalize. And when people try to ask you to translate something, you just become this humming freak with weird hand gestures. Hey, what does dépaysement mean? Pro. You are the subject of much admiration. Yes, we are frequently made the center of attention. Kind of like Pocahontas in Pocahontas 2. I've been making a lot of Pocahontas references lately. Anywho, we're exotic. Come on, we're exotic. And you're often viewed as the freak or as cheap, easy entertainment. I think I speak for everybody when I say that it is terribly annoying having people constantly asking you to translate things. How do you say this? How do you say that? Oh my god, really? Wait, say it again. I didn't get it. And stuff like that. And don't get me started with stupid basic questions. Let me explain. You lived in China, right? Have you ever eaten a dog? Wait, do you speak Chinese or Mandarin? Are you Chinese now? Just stop. That's why we don't like to talk about our experiences. That's also why we tend to diminish those experiences when people ask us about how life is in our host country. How's life in Beijing? It's good. I mean, that's just because we're afraid of being considered as snobs. We don't want non-TCKs thinking that we're trying to compare our lives to theirs. No, that is not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to explain a different reality. It's just what we do on a daily basis there. Yeah, as I said, it's just extremely different from your lifestyle. That's it. We can't do anything about it. We're not trying to be snobs when we say that sushi in Japan is 10 times better than the ones that you find in your fusion restaurant. And what the hell is fusion? That just doesn't work, guys. No. Pro, your multicultural entourage. Your friends are from all over the world. France, Tunisia, China, India, South Africa, Thailand, Iran, Canada, Morocco, Belgium, Spain, Portugal, Australia, Nigeria, Brazil. And that's a major asset. You literally have a web of contacts that is spread all over the globe. I want to spend some time in Montreal? I can make you a list of people's houses I could crash in. You know who you are. But that also results in this. You end up with a bunch of world clocks. You know, just for Skyping. or checking why a certain person hasn't answered your messages yet. But time differences are actually quite hilarious, especially for your birthday. I mean, you get birthday wishes technically over 2 days. Awesome. Con, deep fear of attachment. TCKs had to learn how to say goodbye from a very, very young age. We like promising stuff when we're kids, a lot of times not knowing what a promise truly entails. So I admit many times I have made promises that just didn't come true. I mean, this can lead to serious personal issues. We learn not to attach ourselves to people. We learn how to deal with loneliness. We just try not to get deep feelings for people. Not to be inseparable, cause goodbye hurts like a bitch every single time. But that just taught us one very, very important thing, and that is to live in the moment. Third culture kids are resilient, and they know that sooner or later they will have to leave their host country in order to live their life. And let me tell you, they will do anything. Really, they will do everything that is possible in order to create awesome memories. I talk from experience. I guess it's just ikke nok. That's it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you agree, disagree, would like to add something to it. We're open for discussion here. Next vlog will definitely be film or TV or animation related, cinema related. Don't know what I'll talk about yet, but I'll keep you posted. This was just a very personal opening just so that we can officially start this. Anyway, see ya!